the whole fucking field of items. You're like, holy shit, dudes. That will never melt. And no, it will never melt.
Hold up. I'm gonna go on camera real quick so you can see diamond dust.
Oh, isn't it usually just like pushes out like sleet and then it freezes the ground and anything in the way?
Yep,
It's usually the graphics they use for the diamond dust.
Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm watching.
That's diamond dust.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting something more, but...
Yeah, that looks more like ice cascade. Looks more like a cascade stone. Oh no, ice too. Ice too looks like that. That's pretty graphic. I remember seeing that.
Let me show you Bahamut's. Oops. Oh my.
Mega Flare?
Giga Flare. Alright, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was Giga Flare.
Yeah, and now you need to find the Omega weapon. Now you need Omega Flare.
What you up to? What is it? Oh. Okay. Cuff.
Yeah.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Chimera, of course. Oh my god, this freaking Chimera is bringing back Final Fantasy 14 memories. Oh, nope.
There's a good boy.
It is the same freaking Chimera!
Did I miss any?
Ew. I just fought a chimera that I have fought in Final Fantasy 14.
Man, you lied. You're still in one piece.
Kathy,
I slew as many as I could.
like that shit brought back PTSD because they started using the same moves from 14 as well.
Almost.
You know what it is that I never see
What?
added to Final Fantasy, and it would be absolutely terrifying to fight.
I
What?
don't know.
Fucking can't remember the name for it. It's not a chimera, but it looks like a chimera. But it has the face of an old man, and it will talk to you while it's tearing you apart.
That sounds like God.
The tail of a snake's face, and the face of a man on a lion's head. I don't remember what's the name of that. A manticore.
Sid.
Yeah. Fucking manticore. You had to deal with a manticore? Never mind PTSD, dude. You have recurrent nightmares.
Well, I mean, there's manticores in 11, but it doesn't look like the way you described it.
Yeah, the head of a man, the body and head of a lion, and the tail of a dragon or scorpion.
There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any little thing which stumbles into those mines...
Absolutely terrifying mythological animals. And the more humans they ate, the smarter they became. So if they could talk and reason with you, they had killed hundreds of people already and eaten them.
With ether floods springing up all over.
I'll send you a picture of a manticore in Final Fantasy 11.
We'll fortify the gates to the north. And I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
Manticores can learn magic systems. Oh, yeah, no. Manticores can learn the same magic systems as humans can. They can educate themselves and learn. They can unlock immortality. You can have manticores that have lived for tens of thousands of years. Like ancient manticores. Manticores are almost in the same category as dragons when it comes to length of life and how intelligent they are.
I doubt I'd listened.
That's really fucking high up there. But manticores are uniquely evil aligned, where dragons are usually neutral.
And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps, wealthy, but Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Delaware.
Now imagine something like this.
Now, we cannot the same.
And it starts talking to you like a little old man, while crawling around you like a fucking lion.
It's not about the crowd.
It's fucking terrifying. Imagine you hear somebody asking for help in the middle of the night, and you go looking for the person that is looking for help, and it's this thing that you stare down.
Castle apprentices must pass come back to us, Blackthorn.
Well, I don't see Manticore in Final Fantasy 16, but
No, they're considered legendary monsters.
the closest to that would be like a chimera called Gorgimera.
Probably. That's probably as close as they'll get to a manticore, I think. Crazy strong, though. Even in manga and anime. Manticores are like S-class, always.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time.
I'm pretty sure Gorgimera's in S-class.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell
And some of the older pictures for it are not like any less creepy neither.
Knowing him,
You cannot make a freaking manticore that does not look absolutely creepy and like uncanny valley.
Yeah, Gorgimera's in S rank.
I can mind your graces. I never thought I'd say the day.
And I think also they tend to prefer women, which is like terrible. They tend to eat women and children first. Gorgimera.
He tried to be a gentleman.
I've got something for you.
Stop Almost. No, because it's an old man's head, that's why you believe it acts like that. It tends to go after women and children first. It tends to just maul and tear apart men. That Gorgimera actually does look very close to a manticore. Like, a manticore in Final Fantasy would be the size of a behemoth. And you've seen behemoths, right? They're not small.
Yeah, but you have your, usual behemoths, and then you got your king behemoth. Which one are you talking about?
The Gigas.
The what?
The Gigas behemoth. The bigger one.
Okay, that would be, the bigger one would be the king behemoth.
Yeah, that's about the size of a manticore. It's not small, it's about the size of a building.
I mean, no behemoths are small, but I'm saying the king behemoth would be the bigger of the behemoths.
Well, I'm thinking like the size of a small house. Like, the regular size of like a suburban house. That's about the size of a manticore.
Yeah, that's probably the size of a regular behemoth then.
Yeah, okay. But they're still really big for any monster with human-like intelligence.
Like king behemoth would probably be the size of a 2 or 3 story house.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, there's outliers in those monsters. Like, freaking look at that Elementoids and freaking
Sultan, get your tools.
11.
We've got a legend to forge.
Adamant tortoises don't usually get that big. Like, yeah, they're big and they're tough, but they don't usually get that big. Adamantite is poisonous. They usually kill themselves before they ever get that size. Did you know that's why adamant tortoises don't last that long? Like, do not usually get that big. Adamantite is poisonous.
Excuse me. Ooh.
They get slowly poisoned by their shell over time, and then they just die. So I do not know how that Elementoids got that fucking big. Mountain size? Unheard of.
Evolution?
To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the townspeople fare.
You would have to deem here something that neutralized elemental poison itself.
All is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats.
Well, I mean, with evolution, if, like, freaking... If your ancestors were always dying of, like, poison, your body would probably become accustomed to it eventually.
Not necessarily.
Lubor's going to be one too.
Humans adapt to poison as well, but it doesn't mean that we'll get stronger. We might survive it, but we will be awfully weaker also.
It's the mayor of Dalamel, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall.
He didn't evolve.
And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces
Well, it's like
like
he
you
buried
two learn
himself.
not to interrupt your elders.
It must have been a source of like something that cured him of his poison repeatedly as he was growing.
May they indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more? How could I refuse? Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between
Some competition.
Who swings a sword? You ever thought of that?
Still in Dalamo, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnus by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it seems amiss to abandon it to another. Sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Alright. After a bunch of freaking getting carded by random monsters in Monster World intervene, freaking rage quitting and going back to Ryan Street, I think I'm gonna give it another chance today. How was your internet over there?
Good, why?
No, I mean, like, when's the last time you speed tested it?
I don't know, I haven't needed a reason to lately.
Do you have, like, unlimited internet, or is there, like, a certain amount a month, then you gotta pay more?
I mean, my dad's the one that pays the internet bill.
Come on then, Toggle.
But I think it's unlimited?
Human resource machine.
That sounds weird.
It does. It's only... I don't think it's an expensive one. Yeah, it's $17. That's even opens up in 8 hours.
Does it look decent or does it look like crap?
It's nerd game.
Sounds like you're kind of gamed in.
It's math. It's they give you, it's basically human resources. They give you a bunch of papers that you gotta put out in a certain way. You got your little worker there. And then you gotta program your worker to automate doing all the paperwork.
That's not why you're here, is it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
We need you back in now.
Yeah, and using like regular coding words like copy to, move to, print
Saying
to.
that Lubor is a bearer.
And it's all numbers and yeah.
Seems that one
It's
of our
big time
parties
nerd
wasn't
game.
as thorough as it
It's a
should
big
be.
time nerd game.
They let one
They
of the
even
pilots
add
escape.
freaking variables
But his
and
escape
letters
took
when
him
you're
right
on,
through
so
Dalamo.
yep. I don't even know if I'll play this.
Spotted him,
Too
and
great
he was about to
for me, I
smash
think.
them. And when Lubor
I
found
like
out,
the
with a
patterns.
bolt of
I'm not
magic,
big on numbers.
without the crystal.
That's not possible.
It is if he's a bearer and has been hiding all these years, which is what
I
people
still have a hard
say.
time remembering my freaking
If he
kids'
has, I wouldn't
birthdays.
blame him.
I
No man
suck
is
with
blind by
numbers.
choice.
I'm great at patterns.
All those people see is a man who's
All
lied to them all
math
his
is
life.
patterns.
One who has made a
You
loser
can
of
see the
himself when the
beginning.
world believed he should have been a slave. Fuck. I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right. And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe. Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, our wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a downman born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill and Randlar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can.
That's all you can ever do.
Lubor,
Yep.
stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try. And that is all I can ask of you.
Why do people seem to make such a
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I, Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what if it wears? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dunhill, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right. I assume the situation is hopeless? There's still hope. But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubo...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubo. You're the only one who's ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubo? Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right there. I have packing to do. If there's anything I can do. Anything. I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
A village built around an airship. So, another lost wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly. Ambrosio will help me here. This is no time to ride.
Even though he said Ambrosia won't help him here, he's talking about his chocobo, not the god's drink or whatever. Oh.
Man, people are freaking misassociating string theory so bad. They keep thinking the strings are in one dimension, but like, they're not. The strings are actually 4D strings. They're actually spirals. But we're seeing them on a one-dimensional plane because they're in a microscope. a neutron microscope, actually. But anyways, we can't see the 2D, 3D, or 4D of it. So it looks like a string that's squiggly, but it's not squiggly. That's all we can see. It's technically a spiral, and that spiral is constantly spinning on itself. So it looks like a squiggly line from where we're looking at it. That's string theory. That spiral is made out of a single string. It almost looks like a DNA helix. And the further down you go, the more there's looking like a universe. And the further down you go, you can start seeing particles that almost look like planets. So, they can't go any further yet, but they've figured that the micro and the macro versions of our universes are actually connected in a loop. So yeah, the universe is becoming stranger than fiction as we start to discover more about it.
Straight home.
Just going through all my little science booklet things that I've got here. About time they go simpler with the whole cancer issue. Scientists destroy 99% of cancer cells in the lab using vibrating molecules. Oh, fucking time. Everything is controlled by frequency. Why did you guys not even try this first?
You'll pay for this.
Trying to use all kinds of drugs and radiation and shit like that. No, go simpler. Oh, nice. Don't you even got a second nuclear reactor working? They might actually pull themselves off and stop being a piece of shit now. Yeah, quantum batteries will never work. You guys can't deal with a quantum state decay yet. Quantum batteries could provide a new kind of energy storage mechanism. In fact, that's an awful large could.
Say it's their leader.
That's like a 3-page long could. Quantum state decay is when you entangle certain particles together. All particles are not created equal. So one of them tends to be destroyed first, and then you lose that particle, so you lose that information. That's quantum state decay. They don't know how to stop that yet, which is the only reason why we don't have commercially available quantum computers. It lasts maybe a couple of hours before the computer crash. Well, guess we're starting a new epoch in 2024. It's not the same epoch. Probably gonna wait for it for a couple of days.
Oh, come on.
I think there's already a lot of Ukrainian because honestly, I've seen these girls on Ukrainian, this skip, the little thing of views there. They look exactly like people falling from around here. So,
Bitch. Finish him off with fucking Giga Flare.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rossfield, are you not? We are archaeologians tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy?
Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of
You can't call yourself Undying if you're dead.
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agree to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey...
Buying or selling? Of course. A fine choice. Come again. Here, take a look at my wares. A fine choice.
You are returned, my lord. I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them. My thanks. I shall study them and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima. Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided had the others not chosen to complete their work instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders? No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it, even when death is avoidable. My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
This is finally found the
I know that you will need both your answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice.
Nothing changed between the
It is not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason.
Now they do.
Provide your survey party with an
You can
escort,
totally gene edit
that
the
they might
whole
live
DNA
to do
strand
their
now.
duty for years to come.
That's why,
Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want
new kinds of
you to
cancers
serve
if
him.
you're not careful.
Please, for all our sakes.
Unless you give me superpowers, I don't want it.
Thank you for your
Oh yeah, it'll give you a superpower, alright. Something like you'll never live past 30.
It's not really a
You
super.
can edit that into your genes at that point.
So it's not really a superpower.
And we
For the ones that are ruling the world, it is.
what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto
If you live 100 years old and everybody else lives 30,
shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
they can do that now. With that thing they just discovered.
We are of the
They can
same
limit somebody's lifespan.
and it is
Make a person
we may
perishable
continue to do
before
our
their
duty.
time. Or extend it incredibly long. It's humans we're talking about here. They're not going to do a great thing with it. They're going to go as horrible as they can and make a weapon out of it first.
Yeah, I know.
Then we'll make good things out of it. before they do anything else. Now imagine a virus made with automatic sequencing of those tiny genes. Because a virus modifies your DNA. That is how a virus infects your cell. Imagine if they were to gene edit a virus like that to kill off a whole population.
You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
And they could even make it generalized, not just attack humans. They could attack fucking plants, weather microbes, and animals.
Very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge
It's
undertaking
terrifying.
moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need
I love how Clive just says shit so nonchalantly.
the bearers arrive.
You can do me a favor this time, could you? What is it this time? More wild beasts?
I'll go and ask.
What puppy do you want me to drag down behind the house this time? Turning into a monster hunter now, aren't you? Is it a dragon? No, it's just a puppy then. Is it a dominant? No. Oh, what kind of wild beast do you want me to go after?
I know, but no buts about it, all right?
That person that just talked, wasn't that Shiva's dominant?
Bonnie came to
No.
give me a message from our intermediary.
Like, it might be the same voice actor, but it wasn't Shiva's dominant.
Agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead.
You know what that voice reminds me of, though?
The going rate to try and
Ronnie in Elden Rings.
But the consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the
Doll
chance.
Girl?
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer.
None
They
at
have
all.
the exact same voice and exact same accent. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same voice actor.
I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over.
Yeah, 20,000.
The
The
consortium
human
will
genome
have to
contains
sell these
CA,
bears eventually.
20,000
And
genes.
at the price
Yeah.
they paid, buyers
How
will
many
be few and
microgenes
far
are in there?
between. I'm going to Randall
200 million.
myself.
That's right.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
200 million different little things you guys can talk to.
How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if we fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if elves are fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randall and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randall are they? I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Me, when someone tries to persuade me to talk to one of your characters, like, I'll do my best. Yeah, Kathy?
What?
It sounded like me when someone tries to persuade me to talk to one of your characters. Like, I'll be like, I'll do my best.
hours later, three quests done. You never talk to him. It is what it is. Same attitude, different genders.
Yep. Like, I said I'll do my best. I didn't say I'd give my life for you.
You're dude. You think you're going to use your life for whatever you do. You realize that most women that try to compete with you guys don't realize that's how you guys fucking do everything?
No, I was saying, like, if someone tried to talk to me to persuade you to do something, I'd be like, I'll do my best, but I ain't giving my life for you.
I'm giving my life for you. For men, that's an insult. You guys would give your life for a fucking foot race. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you laugh because you know it's right, don't you? It's an open secret that all men know. Oh, sports? Oh, competition? I'm gonna do it even if it kills me.
Yeah, if we value it, like if we don't value it, then no, we are not going to give our life for it.
Do you realize that the physical strength difference between men and women is mostly up to that?
Yep.
Ain't that different?
Nobody keeps waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
But you ask any country girl who's been raised with a bunch of boys, and they'll tell you the exact same thing. The main difference is that when a guy decides he's going to compete with you, he goes into it as though he's willing to give up his life for it. And a woman will never do that.
And then you stepped into the fray.
More like we're built not to do that.
Interesting purchasing from the very first.
Maybe it's the whole carrying children thing.
Maybe.
Instinct for us to protect our bodies.
Suggested that the regard was not neutral. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, with any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for their makers, and treat them like kings. As long as they pay.
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randall up.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Well then, here comes my beast slaying skills.
The odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo.
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Situation.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the washroom.
Okay.
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area is flooded with ether. We just have to pray Mason out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me. Where are you, Theo?
creatures have all returned. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me.
What a...
This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Ow! I was not expecting that. Yeah, it smacked it with his tail.
Do I continue my grind in 999 rise? Or do I like grind the wave of new popularity and face a monster in the world? Right now, there's probably a lot of toxic people on Monster in the world and they just came back from rise. And there's a bunch of hammer users using upswing in the middle of Hellfire and not realizing what the defense for that is defending everybody's line. It's not super unpopular using that right now, which is usually why hammers are fun. Hammer in the hands of the newbie is not just dangerous for the newbie, but it is dangerous for everybody else around them. Hammer is a hard weapon to play with precision. How much more precision in the world? Send people flying all over the place.
I'm breathing flare breath into this dragon's face.
Play Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm gonna play Monster Hunter World once that wave of people that came for the sale disappear. Because it's gonna be toxic if I play that right now and I don't feel like having any toxicity.
Ow! Oh! I'm glad I dodged that. That was a nice dodge. I was waiting for the right moment for it to swing that arm. Oh, you bitch. Oh, I just realized the limit break bar looks exactly like the one from 14.
Keeping elements of the menu the same is usually done on purpose, not really. So you have our eyes remember where things are, especially if they look the same. And if they look the same but things are placed differently, then we get confused.
Yeah. Ah, you bitch. Now you fuck off.
And the reason why Final Fantasy hasn't like changed your menu items much and stuff like that is because when they originally made Final Fantasy, there was a lot of psychology that went into making the game likable and like just enjoyable because there wasn't much to the game.
Yeah.
But for an RPG, it was ridiculously long compared to absolutely anything else on the Nintendo at the time. And it wasn't boring.
You had me worried.
And the final boss of Final Fantasy 1, Chaos, is incredible.
We have to get you out of here.
And our characters started as children and grew up through an item.
Okay, this is depressing. The person I've been helping for so long became the Akashic, which is what happens when you infuse too much ether.
He became a library?
Akashic, I don't know what that...
Akashic. Akashic means, it's like the compendium of all. And then usually you have the word record right after, which is like, you know, the library of the compendium of all. Akashic is of knowledge, basically. But they're probably using it differently.
Yeah,
That's what I think it does.
pretty sure you use it differently.
He's turned. And so will you.
Take care of my sister.
Vito. Wait.
Goodbye.
That was the first guy I've met who's turned fully Akashic and still remained a small portion of humanity.
Really?
The fact he remembered his sister and killed himself so he wouldn't turn on her. Damn, that shit just went deep. Whew. Sometime later. Excuse me.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was True bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
Blech.
You're right. All I ever wanted,
What?
all I ever did,
Blech.
it was so we could be together.
Oh,
Oh, Theo. Why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then, for Theodore.
Do, 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 do.
Don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I love how the PS5 USB controller charger can charge. Sorry, a cell phone USB charger can also charge a PS5 controller.
Is that all?
I need to buy a new charger for the PS5 controller.
You don't have it wired right in?
It is, but the USB wire thing is bent.
Oh, they tend to do that, yeah.
The man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you. It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his level 1 for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you carved out of some down here. And that whetstone from the arrows, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk to the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows business then.
I wonder what they're crafting. This should be interesting.
Well, buddy. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords.
Ooh!
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I got the two best blacksmiths to work together, and guess what sword they crafted me?
Thank you.
Don't know?
Ragnarok.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive then?
Give me that shit.
This was just following the footsteps of the great Simone. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. We're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravelist.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Oh?
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's what I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Yay, 42.
What do you want? Anything else?
There you go.
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio notes and all.
They said there's one more weapon they can craft me that's stronger than the Ragnarok, but I have to collect the ingredients.
Never had anything so delicious.
I don't know what they named this sword. I don't know if it's German for ultimate weapon or just some weird name. It's called like the Gamarangdang or something like that.
What a wonderful idea, gentlemen. Let's do just that.
How was she? With Canva in the hands together.
Ah, Sid! Wasn't expecting you back so soon.
So soon, my dude, it took me a few hours to do this quest.
Good news or bad?
Good, thankfully.
Yeah. That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit into the smelter right away!
Oh, pure blood, not thick blood. Darn it. That's not what I mean. What?
May I present to you the Telemon Furnace in Pardishy?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it, yeah.
You could just buy me a bigger...
About that glass, it's a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on, the Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owen.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Don't think of anything now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Inventory maximized. Ooh. I can now carry 8 potions, 5 high potions, 4 strength tonics, and 4 stone skin tonics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Now I'm understanding how I got so much freaking ability points.
Oh.
Some of my renown quests or whatever, they gave me crates. Sometimes reward me with crates that give me ability points.
Oh.
Because I just earned about 2,500 ability points from a crate.
How did Nix announce the war? He's already getting some work.
What do you recommend?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness.
Yet still it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Okay.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well.
How fresh is well water?
Not very. Unless, well, it depends. If it's an underground spring and the well water is like in the middle of that underground river, then it's constantly running water underneath standing water. So technically speaking, if you put your bucket deep enough, it is fresh water every time.
Okay.
If you're lazy and you grab from the top of the well, expect your entire family to get sick.
And that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one in the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, ultimately? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread.
Or try to. Like, damn.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
Aren't you selling yourself a bit?
Just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
it would seem that I owe you my wings. Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course. Kitaya.
So I'm leaving it
I see no reason to wait. Neither do I. I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you.
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle plans more trustworthy dispatch of the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind. Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place where one seems to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you, Colin!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
And I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash. Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
What else was added to the hunt board? Oh. Yeah, I think I just unlocked Gorgie Mara as a hunt monster.
Well then.
I still think we're a compliment. Say, Clive, I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spire.
I don't think he's talking about that kind of Ash. That's nasty.
Preferably one that won't see machine into shit and splinters. If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters. All right. If it will get you out of my
That look she just gave is like, I hate you so much.
and it's over.
Alright, I think I actually increased my build this time. I think I actually made my hammer stronger, possibly.
MC Hammer would be proud.
Understand him.
It's hammer time. Oh, and it is hammer time.
From beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash, and having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach bed?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common
Yeah,
knowledge
Kathy, this girl definitely has your mindset.
of your thanks, I would genuine
Most
intelligence
good women
might
would.
earn.
Wasn't easy picking you up for there. But then again, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't have been worth it.
I am Captain. What is it that you wish to learn? Very good. The stew's awfully thin these days.
Yeah.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Walud.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old Wyndham's Chronicle all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away. My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stonehill by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind? The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... Very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let
me know when you're leaving. I want to work before you go. Of course.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the bottom. So what I can still do.
Okay.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
What kind of question is that?
Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigour it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source, one that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
How do you split the sea?
How do you split the sea with Odin's sword? That's how.
Now to find our stonerwort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
are you, bitch?
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right.
Techniques and lamps, the woman. It's a wonder they can still
Yosei, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honoured that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
How do you split this?
Don't tell me we've run out plans. Going past weighing you down. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Is that all?
do 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 do.